And we're going to read the story of Babouska as told by Carolyn Shewin Bailey. We see Babouska's little house with BAB above the door. Here she is with her cat warming herself by the fire. Here are the three kings at her door. Now in black and white, she walks along with her basket and stick, asking if anybody knows which way the three kings went. There she is walking into the sunset and laying a toy at the head of a sleeping child's bed. And let's begin the story. Babouska by Carolyn Shewin Bailey. It was the night before the dear Christ child came to Bethlehem. In a country far away from him, an old woman named Babouska sat in her snug little house by her warm fire. The wind was drifting the snow outside and howling down the chimney, but it only made Babouska's fire burn more brightly. "How glad I am that I may stay indoors," said Babouska, holding her hands out to the bright blaze. But suddenly she heard a loud rap at her door. She opened it, and her candle shone on three old men standing outside in the snow. Their beards were as white as the snow, and so long they reached the ground. Their eyes shone kindly in the light of Babouska's candle, and their arms were full of precious things, boxes of jewels and sweet-smelling oils and ointments. "We have traveled far, Babouska," they said, "and we stopped to tell you of the baby prince born this night in Bethlehem. He comes to rule the world and teach all men to be loving and true. We carry him gifts. Come with us, Babouska." Babouska looked at the driving snow, and then inside at her cozy room and the crackling fire. "It is too late to go with you, good sirs," she said. "The weather is too cold." She went inside again and shut the door, and the old men journeyed on to Bethlehem without her. But as Babouska sat by her fire, rocking, she began to think about the little Christ child, for she loved all babies. "Tomorrow I will go find him," she said. "Tomorrow when it's light, and I will carry him some toys." So when it was morning, Babouska put on her long cloak and took her staff and filled her basket with pretty things a baby would like, gold balls and wooden toys and strings of silver cobwebs, and she set out to find the Christ child. But oh, Babouska had forgotten to ask the three old men the road to Bethlehem, and they had traveled so far through the night that she could not overtake them. Up and down the road she hurried, through woods and fields and towns, saying to whomever she met, "I go to find the Christ child. Where does he lie? I bring some pretty toys for his sake." But no one could tell her the way to go. They all said, "Farther on, Babouska, farther on." So she traveled on and on for years and years, but she never found the little Christ child. They say that old Babouska is traveling still looking for him. When it comes Christmas Eve, and the children are lying fast asleep, Babouska comes softly through the snowy fields and towns, wrapped in her long cloak and carrying her basket on her arm. With her staff, she raps gently at the doors and goes inside and holds her candle close to the children's faces. "Is he here?" she asks. "Is the little Christ child here?" And then she turns sorrowfully away, crying, farther on, farther on." Before she leaves, she takes a toy from her basket and lays it beside the pillow for a Christmas gift. "For his sake," she says softly, and then hurries on through the years and forever in search of the little Christ child. And that is the end of that story.